And some of the show and tell we'll go through quickly now, but we may go back to it if it's a good item for Christmas in July. Let's do these giraffes, and we can move the herd. Okay. Now, this is student, and like I said, I think it's almost teacher. I think. But which one is which? You guys saw him come in though, didn't you? Okay? This is George and Marcus.
I left mine out in the rain.
Well, so we know that this is Marcus's now, because he left that in the... Now, the most interesting part, I asked a stupid question. They have the same number of pieces. And how many pieces is that, Marcus?
Too many. It's 780, I think.
780 pick. And if you can, very carefully, can you get in?
Got 94 pieces.
Look right here on this main. Okay. And the other side of the coin, we see this. Get a close in right in here somewhere. I don't care where you do it. Okay. Remember we talk about, when I saw stuff, I can saw close to the line. It doesn't really matter. Well, in this case, if you don't get on the line, guys, you don't inset that piece inside of that piece. Yes, sir.
In the future, for y'all that's going to make one, when you do your dock, set your saw a 1/10 degree off.
Okay.
Then you have to drive them in, and you eliminate a lot of crap.
So you use like a cork on a bottle. Cork on a bottle. What size blade were you using?
Number 5.
Number 5. Okay. But what I'm just saying. But that's. You come up afterwards and look at that. There's no gaps. And then you go up here. They got little eyes up here. This looks like detailed here, but this has got to be tough in here. And then to do this, to go from, a fold in the seam, in the fold, you know what I'm saying?
All you got to have is a good instructor.
Follow the line.
Now, who was the one that decided to do this?
Him.
This was Marcus.
What I was going to say, you've heard a glutton for punishment, and now has a name, Marcus.
And the bad part about it is for those people that know, Marcus learned from George, but the trick is, every time George would make something, Marcus would follow and make it. The same thing. Well, now, since Marcus started this, George had to follow. This is George, that's a lot of pieces. So, anyway, but those are 2 pieces, and that is in Tarsia because...
With no stain, no...
What do we have?
Natural wood color.
No, what color? What is it?
Cherry.
Cherry?
Basswood.
Basswood? Dark?
Some of it.
Walnut?
Walnut, ebony, and what's that other walnut we bought?
Peruvian walnut.
What's this on here?
That's cherry.
Cherry. And the feet look like they're probably walnut of some nature.
Right.
And the tail, same thing?
These actually have a few more parts than he said the book had. The reason for that is we changed this where the tail comes down. It was supposed to overlap that leg, and we didn't like the looks of it, so we had to add some more parts in there.
Oh, you had to add some more parts to his tail?
Yeah. No.
He was swishing his tail
To the leg.
to the leg. Oh, well, you had to add more parts in here.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, it's not something I would do. They are gorgeous.
Put against the wall.
I'm going to put them against the wall. I'm going to put them on this side. Pass it around? I am not going to pass it around.
That ain't a refrigerator magnet.
I got some magnets that'll hold it on that refrigerator.
Okay. Let me get rid of baby, or I'll give it to George, and George can get rid of baby. These are from a person out there that's standing there remain unknown. He wants us to tell us what it is. I'm going to pass this block around. It's nice and light. He wants to know what it is. So Name what kind of wood it is. Okay, let's start back here with these little ornaments. Looks like hearts and heart inside of a heart.
It is,
Okay,
and that was stack cut.
stack cut. Okay, and then you got bells.
Those.
No, these are not stockings. Boots.
And they were stack cut.
Boots, and then you've got bears inside of bears, or bears.
The only problem with the bear, well, nothing.
What's your problem with the bears?
Nothing. I know it was, but it's not.
Okay, this right here, these items right here will follow into one of the piece segments we're going to talk about tonight. Okay? Okay, now we've got a carved bell.
Well, you have to scroll it out to begin with and then carve it.
Okay.
So you scroll first and then carve.
That give you a good...
What do you usually carve that? By hand or?
By hand.
Can we pass it around?
Yeah.
Okay, and then... And the nice part about these, if you think about it, they're fun to cut, and they don't require a lot of wood, and most of the time it's wood you have sitting around.
The thing on that is that you take the plastic tape, like you all showed, to put around them, and then when you get through cutting one side, you have to put the tape around again, and then cut the other side.
But they're not bad. Once you get going, they're not bad, are they?
No, I've got to do like George says, I got to learn to follow the line.
Well, it makes a difference when you're
What kind of wood?
basswood here. And in some cases, to be honest with you, it may have been easier to cut them out of a harder wood, because then they would give you a little bit more resistance. Because right over there, we'll go and hit. Grab me those right there, right now. Yeah. While we come down here, this is very similar, but these are made from.
Those are teak.
This is teak, and teak is not soft.
Well, there's some more that was cut like mine down there that's probably out of another wood.
Okay, I'll grab them. I'm trying to get them, that way we can kind of get them in one spot. Now, whose are these?
Those are mine.
Okay, and these are cut out of, look like,
That's old yellow pine 2x stuff.
okay, 2x4.
Yeah.
These are 2x4s. Did I get them so we can see them?
And the problem with those is that yellow pine, the grain is so strong in it that it was actually bending the drill bit. And so sometimes it got off and it actually nicked the back side where the drill bit came out because it came in when I...
Especially when you have it like, especially when you have one like that,
Yes.
which is
Look at the
so,
bottom section, you can see where it...
which is so thin. I'm having a hard time holding it.
So you have to be real careful.
See, but there's detail, the detail there.
Grain wood was also better than that's something that's strong, soft.
But even this pine is probably harder than that basswood. Basswood is so soft, it
To do the ornament things over like that now, what would you recommend as the wood to use? Oak or something like that?
depends on what you're going to do with them. I mean, you've made a bunch out of, he's made the most out of them. What was the best wood you enjoyed doing when you made these?
Well, I don't know if I enjoyed any, they're all hard.
Right, but what I'm saying, when he's going, this is probably a third the thickness. So probably just about any wood would work.
Maple.
Well, maple and cherry, for turning anyway, they both cut very nicely. I would think this maple and cherry would be the same
Yeah.
scroll saw.
And oak would do okay. But I'm just saying, I think you would have the resistance which would make it easier.
The problem with them is that if you have to make a sharp turn, they'll tend to burn. Those are the oaks and the cherries.
Right, but if you cover them with,
What blades did y'all use? I used a number 2.
I use a number 3 ultra reverse.
Well, mine was a straight blade, number 2.
I used a 5.
five.
I would think a
Oh.
5 or 7 might be easier.
Yeah,
5 or 7 would be easier
Right.
to cut than that.
yeah. And what you have to do is you have to go in, if you're going here, and this is what you've got, I'm exaggerating a little bit, what you want to do is drill your hole right there, and then what you'll do is come in and maybe come to this side, come down to the point, then back up, go across, come down to that point. You may not do it in one cut.
Well, my number 2, I could turn.
Mm-hmm.
I could turn instead of like a number 5, I wouldn't have been able to turn it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I kind of agree with that.
But you got a lot of loss in there anyway, so if you back up and go back in,
Yeah.
just let that go.
there's plenty of dead space in there to do it. We'll probably talk a little bit more about that, but right now we've got here, there, and there. Those 3 in a row did all these. Okay, now we've got, I'm going to say, little boxes.
With a surprise inside, look on the top.
Oh, okay, they don't pull, they open like this. Ooh, look here.
Wow.
That's called presentation. Which we don't do. Now, who did this? Okay, that's called presentation. And if you look very carefully, I'm going to close it again. Oh.
It won't move.
Well, it is. It is the same ornament.
I guess you're gonna bow your head and pray now, it's over with.
Now, in his case, he was lucky. He could probably.
Inlay?
It is inlaid, and then it looks like he also added. What do you do? What do you do when you add stuff on top? You embellish it, and in this case, he embellished it with some glitter, and then a gold, either piece of wire or a piece of cord. I can't tell, but see right there. So it's embellished on the top, but that's called presentation, people. Definitely far above my skills. And it's like a little box, and I got to be careful this way so it doesn't fall off, but he made a single hinge.
It won't fall off unless you turn it upside down.
See, and he's got it on a, I'm sorry, Dan. He's got it on a peg, and there's another peg there that kind of holds it in. But that'd make a beautiful presentation and gift to somebody. Now we got another one here. Let me put this one down. Now we assume that's what's going to be on the inside. And we'll open it up and see if we're right. Okay, what did you cut these out of, sir?
The boxes are made out of mostly basswood.
Okay.
Excuse me, copper.
Okay.
That ornament there, I think, was Spanish cedar. I believe that's what that one was. I got so much wood on it, I don't know which ones I used.
And then it looks like you finished them. You stained them.
No.
I mean, not saying you lacquered them, but before the lacquer was dry, you sprinkled glitter on them?
Yes.
If you notice that real carefully, there's...
What I do, because I didn't want too much glitter on them, I toss the glitter up in the air right after I put the lacquer on.
Okay, hold on, let me move up there. See the glitter on the side there?
Down.
See the glitter on the sides? But that gives it a little interesting twist. But that's cool. But the presentation is good. And he's got a little knobs he put on them.
The boxes too, they've got dowels in them. Those dowels were made from toothpicks.
Okay, the dowels. Oh, the dowels holding the.
The front to the lid, and on the back to the sides.
Look at the top.
Oh, I got it. I'm sorry. I apologize. Right here. He's pegged his with toothpicks. Do you cut the point off both ends?
Yes.
Then pound it in and then sand it flush? But and then is there any did you put any glue in there of any?
Oh yes.
Okay. But I guess these are yeah, presentation is presentation. I mean that's the bulk right there. That's gorgeous.
Cut your inlay.
Pardon me?
Asking how you cut his inlay.
Okay. How'd you cut your inlay, sir? Very carefully. No.
The inlay itself in the lid is chiseled out with wood chisel, and then the piece that I put in is part of the block of the wood that I cut the ornament out of. I would inlay that, and so to make it easier than doing an inlay the regular way. I'd inlay that piece in, then I would either use double-sided tape and put it to a square block, and then run it through the bandsaw and cut off the excess, staying away from the lid. Then I would sand it down to the lid.
Is this the waste?
Yes. From the ornament, from the block.
That's worse than me, guys. That's worse than me. I mean, he inlaid his waist. I mean, I have never seen this. We may come back to this and ask some more questions. Okay, now we're going to go to, who made the tree?
I did.
Can I lift it up?
I think, wait, hold on. It's not glued. It's not glued because it's not painted. So.
I can't, I'm not going to move it. We're just going to leave it. We're going to leave it.
Well, no, it's fine because it's, you can pick it up from the bottom.
Okay?
It's.
You hold it in your hand.
It's a dowel. See, the dowel keeps going through the bottom. I need to cut a different base that doesn't go all the way through.
Okay.
But so that you got the star that's got the little, see there.
Okay.
And then you've got the branches and there's a little, you've got pegs that go through the dowel. This
And then
one has
these-
two.
And then these spread out.
Then yeah, there's 3 of all of these, but just 2 at the top. They look like antlers to me, but it's a centerpiece is what it's supposed to be. And I haven't painted it, obviously, and
You know,
together completely.
what I'm seeing with that and what I'm seeing done with this, maybe some little glitter on that.
well, this, okay, was from one of the Scroll Saw Christmas editions, and there's 6 different snowflakes, and they are meant to be hung, but a friend of mine wanted me to make her 20 that she could just stand, so I did. But 10 of them she wanted painted, so I painted them white and sprinkled iridescent glitter on them when they were wet, you know, the same old thing, and so and then I gave them to her and the glitter came off a lot, which is good for her because she does that to people all the time.
Hold them flat instead
Yeah.
of jiggling them so he can take pictures
Oh,
of them.
sorry.
No. So how many pieces does that have?
I don't know.
You're getting better though at ins and out cuts, didn't you?
I'm trying.
Remember, this is a lady that 3 months ago had a scroll saw
In a box.
in a box and had
Somewhere
been
in
there
the basement.
Been there for 4 or 5 years and somewhere in the basement.
So it's getting better. But I need to paint it and then I'll put it together permanently. It's supposed to be a centerpiece, a Christmas centerpiece.
Looks good. And they, once you get it,
Once I, separate the branches out so it's a little more evenly spread out.
still, I had not seen that before.
That's from Scroller Ink online.
Okay.
And the other one, like I said, is from this issue.
Okay. I'll get on the other side.
Snowflakes were in this issue of,
Okay. Welcome to Bear Country.
That's mine. It's
Is that good right there?
This is one of the Steve Good patterns.
It looks like it's out of something heavy.
Cherry.
Cherry, okay.
It's scrap cherry that I have.
Okay. And, I love the paws. Takes forever to cut them.
Yeah.
It works that way.
And also they're sitting so close together, you don't want to miss the line.
This gives you maybe a little bit more detail. I don't know if I can hold it there. How's that? Does that look okay on the? I'm just trying to get the back so you can see the amount of detail. There's more than you think in there. Can't hold it up there. But that's tough. Okay, now let's go. This is also his. I think we've seen this before. This was he went to a funeral of this lady and took the picture that was on the memorial program and took that and then made a pattern out of it and gave it to the family afterwards. So this is double work of making the actual pattern and then cutting it also. And he cut it with a
Number 3, ultra reverse.
ultra reverse. Sorry, Rob.
Whatever makes them happy.
Yeah.
Trader.
Okay. Now let's see. Let's go. We missed the fox.
That's mine. The only thing really different is I did the whole thing with the spiral saw.
Oh,
Spiral blade.
You're my hero.
First time.
They have their place.
They have their place.
They have their place. It's just like I said. Once you get used to them, and if you like what it does, it's really easy to function with it. But how many of these have you made? Is this first one with spiral blade?
First one.
Like I said, that's
I
tough.
say I like using the spiral blade on this thing anyway.
Did you, what thickness? How many did you make?
What?
Did you just make one or did you?
Just one.
Okay, I think it would have been easier, and I think Rob will even tell you that, it would have been easier if he had done 2 or 3. If you'd done 2 or 3 thickness of that, it would have even been easier to control that spiral. And he's a spiral blade expert, but I'm just saying, 2 or 3 thicknesses, even 4 would have been easier to control it. Resistance would have been there, would have been easier to control.
Well, it was an experiment that we did.
Well, that's fine,
I thought I just tried.
but that's not a problem. Okay, now looks like we've got a game.
He'll never get it.
I probably can't get it. Somebody else can.
The rest of the night.
You ain't, Oz, you ain't close.
We got a meeting coming up.
We got a meeting.
We're going to pass it around to see if anybody's any better. Okay, who made that?
I did.
Okay, only George would do.
Marcus gave,
Hey, I got half of it done.
Marcus gave me the pattern.
Oh, Marcus gave you the pen? Oh, no.
Oz,
Yes.
set it on the edge. About
Set
that
it
far
on
edge
the
of-
saw.
Set out that way, about that far edge of the tub.
Set it up on the saw. Set it right there. Now spin it,
Now spin,
spin it,
thump.
spin it.
I don't think you have
I can't do it there.
There you go.
You can't even look that way.
I had it, though.
There you go.
Don't lose it. That is cool. That is cool, see? I mean, think about that. I mean, they could try all Christmas trying to get that on there, and then you just come in and you can just spin it somewhere on a table or something. Okay, now it looks like we got a box. Well, since that was George's, let's continue with George's, I think. Let's go here. I think this is George's.
Those are just some things I brought for the Christmas stuff.
Yeah. These are little trees.
I'll make those in different sizes. You
Probably not as hard as yours.
No, you can stack to about 4 or 5 of those.
Oh, and they're,
Right.
did I get that on the camera?
If you make big ones, you make about 1/4 inch. You just make so all you have to do is make.
Do you see how they go together? Okay, and then these used to make us puzzles, right?
They came out with Noah's Ark puzzle box. They're very easy to make.
This only has 3. I can do this giraffe. This only has 3 pieces. And then you got what? Elephant. Elephant and a lion. Okay. And then we got a box. Am I missing? Oh, one leg is broken off. That's what it is. I couldn't, because it was, maybe there's a reason for it. Oh, look at this.
More presentation.
More presentation. Is this back over there?
Yeah.
Guys, we just don't present our stuff well, do we? I'm going to take one out, if I may. Oh, look what he did. He used more waste again, guys. Look what he did with the waste.
That's cool.
I'm going to take the next one out just to do the same thing because I'm soon. Look what he did. He put the waste and glued it to the bottom, so it basically created a form for this to sit on.
Made a cradle.
Made it fit flat.
What does that do? Does that hold them down, or?
The pegs hold them in line so that you can shake the box. Oh, yeah, that hold the candle ornament down.
Oh,
So small.
I got you. But see, here's the candle ornament. And he painted it and has the thing on it. And these look like, the bulk of these look like they're out of hardwood. Oh, that's a problem, okay.
Some of those are out of walnut.
But they're look at the insides of these. This one almost looks, oh it is. See, here's two, exactly the same.
Same pattern.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but two different woods. So Dick Gray is the problem for that, huh? Hey, Dick,
You can blame him.
Dick, you present, I can't say anything. You have a good presentation also, presentation, on the stand. But where do you get this box idea from, Dick?
No, that's not mine.
You didn't teach him that?
No.
But that is cool, using the waste of every single one. Now, what did you do with the, oh, I'm surprised you didn't inlay the others on the top up here? The other side?
That was the first box I did.
Oh, okay. I knew there had to be some reason. I mean, because you had, well, and you could put some on the bottom too, because you got 4 sides of waste. No. But anyway, hey, those are beautiful. That is a great presentation. I mean, the value of that as a gift, both monetary and non-monetary, if this was given to a daughter or son-in-law as maybe their first Christmas or whatever, that would be an excellent Christmas gift. And with that presentation, they're gorgeous. And you get some of those hooks like Dick made his, but there's some of those funky hooks with the spiral things. You can get them at Hobby Lobby that really accent. And I could see where you could put another thing in here where you could have the hooks lined up, in your thing. I think that's it, right?
No.
Oh, we got one over on the corner over here.
Yeah, take your clothes, look at that.
The cane?
Yeah, but I'm saying, well, he doesn't, there's no, where's your waist inlays?
There's no waste inlays on that.
Did you turn the balls too?
They were all carved inside.
They're all carved inside. What, is this made out of
Basswood.
basswood?
Well, I'll put it this way, the main shaft is made out of basswood. The top, no, not the handle's made out of basswood, but the top section and the bottom section, where the balls aren't, gosh, I can't remember what wood I used there. I think it was poplar, but I'm not sure.
Where the balls aren't. There's not many places where the balls are not.
Well, in between the handle and the first
here?
page, that's one section added on, that's the top section. Then the bottom section is done the same thing. My lathe wouldn't handle the total length.
Oh.
I had to make it in 3 pieces.
So this was done on a lathe?
Well, the main shaft, yeah, the shaft was done on a lathe in 3 sections.
And then you scroll sawed the balls?
No, I didn't scroll saw the balls. I scroll sawed the waist sections between the ball and the cage.
Okay.
The top and the bottom, and then I had to carve the balls out of the.
But you cut some of it away with the scroll saw?
Yes.
So you had the ball either on here, or here?
Well, the ball was in the center.
Like that? Oh, and then you cut on both sides?
Yeah, I take out the waist on either side.
How long did it take you just to do one section?
I think it was 4 hours to do one by cage and ball.
I can imagine that. I mean, it's gorgeous. And then it's all, I'm gonna say, dimple wood burned? I mean, or stippled? Stippled?
Stippled,
Okay.
using a high-speed drill.
Oh, so that's drilled and then you wood burn inside the drill?
No. The drill itself, it turns over 100,000 RPM, so if you just leave it there for a split second, it automatically burns the wood.
See, look at, now he uses burning to his effect. See, I mean, anyway, it's gorgeous. I'm just gonna lay it on the table over here so it doesn't fall down. Okay.